What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Verbal One, and I'm your host, Big Verb, aka Scale_Nation on Twitter. If this is your first time joining the channel, please like and subscribe. Before you even hear anything I gotta say, because you know I'm going to give it to you blood raw, this is a post-game reaction for the Miami Dolphins versus the Denver Broncos. A dogfight in Denver today. The Dolphins win streak was ended. It was a good while it lasted, We really liked what Tua was doing. He started off his NFL pro career 3-0. But all good things come to an end. All right. Tua was able to play against a couple good opponents, as far as the Seahawks, the Cardinals, and he also beat the LA Chargers. Today he faced it in defeat against the Denver Broncos and Mr. Locke from Missouri. Locke's a young quarterback in his second year with the Denver Broncos. The Broncos were able to really take the win with the run game today. We're going to break down it quarter by quarter and go through, a couple of key plays, couple of key players on the offensive side and the defensive side of the game, and talk about exactly what the Dolphins have coming up next to start the streak all over again, because it doesn't stop. We got 6 more games left in the season where we had an opportunity to tie up the division and we weren't able to do it. The Buffalo Bills are sitting at the top of the division. We had the opportunity to take that lead today because the Buffalo Bills are on a bye week, but we weren't able to accomplish that today. Things happen. This is the league. Everyone's getting paid. Everyone's here getting paid the ball. So you never know. Each week, you have a face against a professional athlete, a good player, a 5-star recruit. It's somebody on the other side of the ball that's going to bring their A game. Hopefully it's everybody, because it's a professional sports. So what happened in this game was the first opportunity the Dolphins had to take the ball away from Denver, they did that. Xavier Howard, with disguised coverage, he was able to play in the middle of the field and to take an interception, which was number 6 for Xavier Howard. You can ask who you want to ask, but if you ask me, this is the best corner in the National Football League. The best corner in the league right now. You can't tell me nothing. Everybody can say what they want to say. You got to give Xavier Howard his flowers right now, because he's one of the best corners in the league right now. No matter what he's getting paid, no matter where you slot him at, to me, he's the #1 corner in the National Football League with 6 interceptions. The Dolphins were able to get good field position. Tua was able to hand the ball off a couple times, and they were able to punch it in to take a 7-zip lead. Then Locke came back with a different game plan. Still in the first quarter, a 6-minute drive combined with a couple runs, combined with a couple passes, and they were able to tie the game up 7-7. Now, as the game continued to go on in the second quarter, the Denver Broncos defense began to take heed of what's going on, and then the offense began to continue to run that bootleg. Now, that run game and that bootleg, that's a bad mixture when you can't stop the run. And one thing that they were doing well since the second quarter, they were able to run the ball to the right side of the field, in between the defensive end and the defensive tackle. Now, in order for the Dolphins to stop that, they were able to have to beat that one-on-one blocking scheme. And Raekwon Davis, today, the rookie from Alabama, he was not able to do that. Now, also, the Dolphins was missing out on Christian Wilkins in that defensive line. Now, that's one of their former first-round draft picks from the University of Clemson. He's out. They're speculating it's COVID. Who knows? But today we needed him in a bad way. All right, so they were able to run the ball. Melvin Gordon topped the game off with 2 touchdowns at 84 yards. Lindsey followed him with 80 yards as well. Both of them combined, they had about 164 yards. 5 yards each, 5 yards per carry for both backs. They did a great job against the Dolphins, man. The Dolphins just could not stop the run today. They just could not do it. It came down to it, and Locke kept his composure. He did not turn the ball over again. Like I said, the offensive coordinator for Denver was able to keep him out of the pocket and away from the pressure. And when you do that, it slows down the pass rush and also puts the defensive lineman in a situation where he has to decide, is he going to slip out with the tight end, or is he going to continue the pass rush? And when they played that game, they were able to get large chunks of yardage against the Miami Dolphins today. The game was going into the half, it was 13-10. Tua was able to get them down the field and get a field goal, which was encouraging because he really was off target. At the beginning of the game, they brought a little pressure here and there, and they weren't able to hit the targets. Jakeem Graham was open 2 times on the first quarter. A couple passes where he was able to get behind the secondary, but Tua was unable to connect. So now, with that being the problem going into the second half, you're encouraged, feeling like, okay, all Tua has to do is connect and we'll be good. Just put a little air under the ball and things will be fine. He was never able to catch his groove. The Dolphins were only able to put 3 more points on the board in the second half. You got Bradley Chubb, you got A.J. Johnson, and you got that beast in the back, which was Justin Simmons from the University of Boston College. He continued to shut him down. He had a pick in the first half. They said no, because it was a holding on Bouye. It was a little phantom. It was a little fake. It wasn't too serious, but they came back. the Dolphins was able to connect on that drive. But in the second half, when the time came down to the crunch time, the best safety in the National Football League was able to take the ball from the Dolphins in this fourth quarter to shut the door on any chances that they had of a victory. So that's what happened in the end of the game. But in the midst of all that, you could look at certain points on the defense, and I'll break down those particular points on the defense of the Miami Dolphins. Well, like I said, one, Raekwon Davis could not at all stop that run up down his side of the field. And also, Calvin Noy, he's not 100%. They're saying he got a hip problem right now, and I do see it on the field. He's not producing. He's not coming through with the big tackles. He was able to make one play on the bootleg where he stayed home, and Lott was coming around. And that pretty much saved the touchdown, but they needed more out of Van Noy, and he's not able to give that to them physically. Again, he's a mental leader on the team. He's pretty much the nucleus of the defense at this point when it comes to leadership as far as knowing the defense, especially as far as that front seven. But they're not getting the physicality out of him like they like. Eldon Robbins did good as far as stopping the run. He plugged the holes. He brought that physical pop that we all love to see out of Eldon Robbins. I do think we're going to add a little bit of talent in that linebacker position because the leading tackle on the defense was Jerome Baker. We didn't hear anything from Jerome Baker today at all. He was not productive as far as big plays were concerned. As far as flashing the time when we needed him, we were not able to hear his name called to see his number flash. He had a couple plays where he was, I guess, strategically ran out of the play. But he's not an overwhelmingly impactful player. I do think the Dolphins could upgrade that defensive tackle position and also that linebacker position. As far as the secondary goes, they did give a 100-yard pass receiving was today, but his majority of his yards came when there was no time left on the clock. The game was pretty much done with, and they got him on a 61-yard pass, but Xavier Howard, being the dog that he is, he tackled him and didn't let him get a cheap touchdown, which they tried to do, which was kind of disrespectful, but I don't expect much from a 4-win team. All right, so now next game the Dolphins have are the Jets. Like I said in my previous videos, if you haven't checked them out, please check them out. And if you haven't liked this video, please like it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do that. I give all the Florida sports. I got another video up and coming about the Miami Heat and about the NBA as far as the draft and as far as free agency has impacted the Miami Heat. But we're talking specifically today about the Dolphins. And what we did see today is the ending of a streak, but I do see the game coming up next, the Jets, will be the beginning of a new streak. It'll be a W. The Dolphins will come in. They'll come with that defense. They'll come with that impactful special teams, and they'll shut the door. And one thing we got to know, we got to remember, is that we cannot continue to feel like Tua's not ready for the big moment. Now, I spoke to a few guys on Twitter. Like I said, my Twitter name Scale_Nation. You got to remember, man, you can't pull Tua in the fourth quarter if there's nothing wrong with him. Now, if he's injured, I understand. But don't pull him just because you don't think he's ready for the moment, because when you pull him, you bring in Fitzpatrick. What he's going to do, what he's always done, what he's known for, a pick. Now, I know it was the best safety in the NFL, but it doesn't matter. You don't pull Tua when you have an opportunity for him to learn in a crunch time situation. Whether lose or win, you got to go down in flames with your guy. You can't pull him out of there because you don't feel like he's ready for the opportunity. I feel like that was a missed opportunity, a missed lesson for Tua. We don't know what Tua could have accomplished in that time. He had 5 minutes to get us down the field to tie the game up when the game was 20-13, and all we needed was a touchdown. Now, of course, Fitzpatrick got us past the 50. Yeah, of course, Fitzpatrick got us down the field. But, of course, he threw an interception like always. And if you got a problem with that, you hit the comment section and you let me know how you feel about it. Next week, we got the Jets and we got our old coach. You know what they're doing. They tanking. They trying to get the best quarterback in the draft. So what we doing? We're trying to become the best team in the league. We played good today. I don't think that we gave our best effort. I do think Tua struggled with the scheme that they saw defensively and the offensive line. They totally burst in flames today. They played like straight trash, straight garbage today. Eric Flowers from the University of Miami, garbage. Robert Hunt, I don't think that he put his best foot forward. Austin Jackson, he's just coming back. He was kind of on and off to me. But I didn't like the way that Commerce played the center. Garbage. And I don't like Eric Flowers' performance. It was trash. Eric Flowers showed us exactly why he was on the market. He also showed us why he was released as a first-round pick from the New York Giants. He did not compete at a top level today. He's a run blocker, I know, but when it comes down to the passing game, you're getting almost $10 million a year. You from Miami Norland Senior High. You in the University of Miami. Now you repping the Miami Dolphins, and you letting us down, bro. Come on, man. Eric Flowers, I did not like his performance at all today. I think what Fitzpatrick did, he came in, he was efficient, but I do think Tua could have did the same thing in that last drive. Again, Justin Simmons, I do believe he's the best safety in the league. We gotta get back on the plane and get back to Miami and figure out exactly what was the problem. and then get ourselves ready for the Jet game. Try to keep everybody safe, keep everybody head on the swivel. Flores is the best at game planning. I do think, like I said, he's the coach of the year. And then figure out how to stop the run, because it's a copycat league. If one team could do it against you, you're going to see it again. Rather it be now, rather it be later, rather it be the playoffs. So I do think next week we'll see Tua back under the center. I do think they got to figure out a run game, because, like I said, they ran the ball 12 times today, less than 4 yards a carry. It's still rough out there. I think Breeders turned out to be another flop as far as a trade. They should have went out and got Dobbins when they have opportunity, but shoulda, coulda, woulda. We got to finish the season strong. I do think they got to continue to try to run the ball with Ahmed, and we got to try to run that ball with Breida. I see you guys again, man. You check me out. Check out all my videos if you haven't checked them out. It's Big Verb, Scale _Nation, man. I'm giving you all I got right here on Verbal Warning. Keep it locked.